Okay, let's talk about nomadic life. I always loved being on the road, traveling, seeing new places, but the most fundamental change in my life about traveling happened when I bought a bicycle, bought a sleeping bag, mattress, tent, and all the stuff I feel I would need to survive in the wild, and then just went off with my bicycle and hit the road. And I stayed out for 3 months, going through countries, Italy, France, UK, and so much happened, I would need more than an hour to talk about it. The point is, by changing drastically my lifestyle, by stepping out from my comfort zone, I saw things that I couldn't see before.
Going for the big jump. Go on.
Questo è stato il mio risveglio in una foresta del sud della Francia. Sta piovendo. Sì, sta piovendo parecchio.
And when I think about today's regulation, I'm thinking about COVID regulation, I'm thinking about Green Pass and its dictatorship. To me seems crazy. When I see how much we depend on structures and how much our will is dictated by other regulation, I feel sick, I feel so powerless. And that's what a nomadic lifestyle can teach you, to feel the power, to have the power of your life, to actually do the things that you need to do in order to survive. And that's another word that I really like, I really love, surviving. One of our instincts is surviving. So going for a trip, going for a nomadic lifestyle will definitely make you realize how other things are important. Stepping out from your comfort zone first, that's the first step, being ready to leave those little comfort we got all used to, like the house and the central heating, having running water. Step outside those things and then you realize that you're fine, that you don't need that much, that you can survive with few things, that those few things become really important to you. And few things, I mean, to have water, to have food, to rest when you're tired, so finding shelters, and have a sustainable way of traveling.
Buongiorno mondo.
So let me talk about this. This summer I met these two Frenchmen. They were living on a gypsy caravan and they were on the road for 3 years. Oh, this gypsy caravan was towed by 2-person horses, and that's an amazing thing. But they were traveling for 3 years. I didn't know that till I interviewed them, that they were on the road for that long. They traveled from Bordeaux, which is not even South France, it's kind of central western France, to Brittany, northwest France, in 3 years. So they didn't care about the distance, they didn't care about how long would it take, they didn't have a destination, they were going. So what's the point of going, just going? Well, it's just a different mind process for nomadic travelers. They don't set this goal, this destination. The actual goal is living at its best, and that life happens in between, in the journey. So if you set a goal, you are looking just for that destination, that goal, and you don't see what's in between. Think about highways. We all go to highways with the isolated car, so you don't hear any noise from the road, and as fast as possible. We are going from point A to point B. We are skipping entirely the landscape. We are avoiding it. But if you go slow, and these guys went really slow. We're talking about 5-6 kilometers per hour, it's 3 miles per hour. At this pace, you can see things you normally miss.
Choosing to live and go at horse's pace is basically a way of reaching a more organic way of life, a more peaceful, quiet, and slow travel. It's not just a travel, it's a way of life, because when you're going slowly, you have time to think, you have time to think about yourself, you have to be true to whatever you do. You don't just speed up and let things go by. You have to deal with everything one step at a time. You have to learn how to enjoy every moment and not just try to reach for kilometers and new exciting things all the time. You have to be happy with what your journey brings to you, little by little, step after step, kilometer after kilometer. And the thing is, there's no aim to that expedition, to that way of life, so you're always happy with what you get, basically. You're never disappointed.
Surprisingly, I think in this era of, lots of information, fast connection, even abundance of food, things, what we need is less, right? What we need is just to have a stability on our mind, knowing that we can do. Is that power? Is the power that society deprives us from?
Gauche, 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 c'est bien les gars, oui, c'est bien, on retient, doucement, doucement, doucement.
Mickaël and Florian taught me that life can be joyful, life can be simple, life doesn't have to be always planned to the minimum to be organized. It's just that the planning wasn't dictating their everyday life. But what I like to see is for people to embrace different lifestyle, to try different things, to leave the flat and like buy a land maybe and build something crazy, like a crazy structure. Why not? Like we should feel in the capacity of creating something totally new. That's where the actual innovation comes from. To just try a different game from the game that we played till now. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and if you want to say something, just drop me a comment. I'll be super happy to reply. See you to the next one.